What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Looks like my chat does not want to communicate with me for whatever reason. My chat app, that is. Let me try to figure that out real quick while I say my hellos. Chat app, where are you at? I don't see you anymore. That's a problem. If I don't get this working, that's okay. I'll just have to read significantly smaller screens. Let's see, manage extensions. It is just straight up not in here anymore. Wow. Okay, well, I no longer have that installed, which is kind of hilarious. So chat call out. Let's see, what's another good way to do this? Let me open this chat window then on my keyboard, and then we can officially get started. I'm going to move my chat Discord, or the Discord chat, somewhere else. There we go, we'll put it up here. And let's move it to this screen. Oh yeah, organization, gotta love it. And then we'll move the live chat down here at the bottom. Bada bing, bada boom. I'll make it huge. There we go. This will work. I'll just have to read on my display here on the bottom. No worries. We'll make whatever work. What's up, everybody? Cool stream today. We're going to take apart this big mamma jamma. This thing's absolutely massive. My back hurts just from getting this thing down here from my basement, from my office to the car, from the car here. This thing is heavy. I don't know exactly how much it weighs, but the handles are very nice, very convenient. It kind of helps you just kind of press it up like this and carry it. But man, that thing is heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. If it was all metal, that would have been even crazier. Let's see, we got Mr. Walkman that was in here first. Nice. Props. Jeff Mathewson, what's going on? Chili Wills, what's happening? Caleb, what's up, what's up? Catrum, we're live. Derek, yo, yo. Tony Wright, what's going on? Petty Ruckspin, the Shrimp Father. Laura, what's going on? First time joining live, welcome, welcome. Good time to join. Went right into issues directly in the beginning. That's perfect. Yuri, what's happening? Tommy. Let's see. Any other names I see? Spectra, what's up, what's up? Daniel. All right, let's get the show on the road. So my plan for today is to just take a closer look. I've had this machine for a while. I had it for, I guess, slightly over a month. I'm assuming every other reviewer that had their video up on the 20th also had it around the same time. I didn't watch many videos. I think I've seen maybe 2 or 3 of other creators that did a video on this. I just haven't had time, to be honest with you. So I don't know if many others have taken it apart to see what was in there. But since we only had a limited amount of time for testing, I didn't want to take it apart then before, you know, actually being able to actually produce some content for you. So that's why I waited. That's why I wasn't in the video. So I kind of focused on the realistic results, doing actual projects, you know, something that people would use this machine for. You know, can it still do the regular stuff? Is it just industrial? I don't know. So far in my experience, it's printed ABS amazing. I actually don't have it with me again, but I will have a short. I don't know if I'll be able to do it by tomorrow, but I'll try. I can give you guys a little preview of the thing that it printed. This was a full bed supported ABS print in Polymaker ABS. So yeah, ABS, the PPS CF was crazy. I definitely want to use that for something else, but like something that's slightly more important than you know, a tray for my car. But yeah, I got some really interesting feedback in my review video of this machine, both positive and negative. I think a lot of people liked it, but it is probably my most disliked video for whatever reason. Some people in the comments thought that I was paid and a shill, something along those lines. I think that happens to a lot of people. So yeah, I just wanted to take a closer look even more and just see what makes this thing tick, because I legitimately don't know. And if I review a machine and make a video on it like this, and then some people ask questions that are slightly more technical than the, you know, hey, what can you print with this on every day? Well, then I can't answer it if I don't know what's actually powering this thing. And they do tell you some things in their marketing, but it's not it's not too crazy. So that's one thing I wanted to look at, is their marketing on their page, kind of like we usually do. But while we're on this topic, let me just make a couple announcements, right? So one, if you're new to the live streams, we always try to give away a spool of PLA Plus. Our sponsor for these giveaways is 3D Max. So 3D Max handles giving out a spool of PLA Plus at the end of the live stream. So the link for that is going to be down in the description this time. I'm trying it one more time. I did it before. It was a problem. I'm going to try it again, see if it works. Apparently, I'm supposed to have them in the description. And now in the pinned chat will be the link to this machine. So if you guys like what you're seeing or whatever it might be, you can click that link. It is an affiliate link. I get a small cut, but it just takes you to where you need to go. That's all it is. And the reason why it's my URL, some people have asked me, is because it just helps me track it and see if maybe the video that I made isn't even being used or clicked on, and it means nothing. So, you know, I see that a few hundred people have clicked the link. You know, obviously if someone buys it, that's a whole different thing. But I just like to see if people are actually utilizing it. So anyway, that affiliate link is pinned in the chat. So if you guys want more information about the machine, that's there. A couple other things. So the giveaway link, let's do that first. That's going to take you to gleam.io. I'm not sure why this thing's so small on my screen. It should be a little bigger. Gleam.io is just a way that I can get a brief question in there and kind of facilitate choosing a winner from a list. So there's a couple things that are important to know. You have to be in the United States because they only ship to the United States, and you have to be present to win. And I just realized just now, once again, that I forgot to include that in this. So I'm going to put that right now in the description. Must be present U.S., if I could spell properly, U.S. only. There we go. I'm going to save that. So that's updated in the description now. So towards the end of the stream, I don't know if we'll be going a full 2 hours or not, to be honest with you. But in case we do, we're going to end it right then and there. I'll choose somebody if that person's in the chat. I'll get their information. I'll forward it to 3D Max, and you'll pick yourself a spool of PLA Plus. So that is going to be down in the description. I'll mention it throughout the stream, excuse me, a couple more times. The other way I keep this channel going is I don't take payments for videos or reviews, because in my opinion they're just advertisements when you get paid, is my own website. So I changed the link actually from shop.3dprintsos to just 3dprintsos.com. So if you go to 3dprintsos.com, it'll take you to my store. There's a couple of products I've been working on and developing, 3D printed, you know, my own case for a Nintendo DS. If you guys are into that thing, I have a bunch of videos on it. There's links in there. But also, more importantly, t-shirts like the one I'm wearing, back here as well. A bunch of cool designs made myself. They're not AI. They're just my own stuff. Hoodies as well as some swag like some table mats, all kinds of other stuff. Cool mugs. These are all different hot ends that you might be familiar with. And a great, actually, like two-tone, nice mug. Doesn't heat up too much in the microwave, which is nice. Cheers. So yeah, that's, if you guys want to support the channel in some way, shape, or form, this would be the best way for sure, because in this way you get something in return. It's not just something that goes to some software company and they get a massive cut. So I definitely appreciate anything purchased from here. All right, let's go to the marketing and check that out. But before I do, let me try to figure out how I'm going to do this chat, because the fact that it's not massive in my face anymore is going to be kind of a challenge to keep up with everybody. But I'll try. Let's scroll up and see what you guys have been saying. I love taking things apart. Hypermotive, my man, that's right. Ignore the haters. I try to, but, you know, they come through all the time. It's always like you'll see, it's just a typical thing. You put something out there and you'll see, you know, 1,000 great comments, and you feel good about it, and the one person will say some nonsense, and for some reason it sticks with you. I'm human. I'm just a regular guy, you know. This is my hobby. I do this for fun. So yeah, that kind of stuff is kind of weird, and it sticks with me a little bit. So obviously I want to address them, especially if you can cut through a hater's comment. You can usually find some way to improve. You know, it might not be entirely just, you know, flat out hate. It might be some actual criticism, and the person just doesn't know how to speak properly to somebody. You know what I mean? Good, you're sponsored. Bad, you a hater. Just keep being honest. So, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. So, sponsored, the sponsor is just that they give the spool on my behalf. I don't get paid by them or anything. I literally take no money for anything I do on the channel. That way, it's my own, freedom. I don't have to say anything I don't want to, like that type of thing. And I'll try to keep that way. And if there is some kind of sponsor thing, it'll be clearly noted, and it'll be in a section where you would obviously know what that is. And it's an ad. It's not like a review based on your own thing. So I appreciate that. But yeah, it's not a true sponsorship. I only say sponsor because I don't have to buy them anymore. I did for a while. And I would ship them myself, but now they offer to just take that and sponsor the actual spool, which is amazing. Mine was delivered. I did use your link. Still in the box. Nice. Cool. Awesome. You mean the machine was delivered? Or filament? Also, can I not click in here anymore to bring that up? Oh, that's a bummer too. What was the app called? I kind of feel like not being able to interact with the chat and bringing up the chat messages is like kind of important. And I'm a bit bummed that I don't remember off the top of my head what it was and how to do it. Let me see if I can just quickly take a look before we get like fully rolling in here. It was definitely like a Chrome plugin. Would it be social? Is it social stream? Let me open this app and see if something comes up. Because I can't close the stream down and then join it again, unfortunately. New version. Oh, okay, that's probably why. A new version came out and my old one's broken. Let me see how quickly we can do this. Universal Mac updated. All right, it's a zip file. Let me just do it real quick, everybody. My apologies for the short delay. But like I said, I'd much rather have a way to communicate with you guys better. Let's click this app. Where is it? Oh, okay, it's like literally a Mac app. Before this used to be a Chrome plugin. I wonder if there's something that revolves around that. Whoops, handbrake, cancel. Nope, I opened a completely different application by accident when dragging and dropping. Let's not do that. How about, here we go. Let's replace. Hey, it's a part of live streams, I guess. It happens sometimes. All right, I'm gonna open the app. See what's up. While that's loading, let's see what else you guys said. Bro, did you find the rest of your plane? No, I haven't, unfortunately. Is it Qidi same as BQ or Big Tree Tech parent companies? No. Qidi Tech is completely separate. They're their own. They've been in business for, I think, over 10 years, making a whole bunch of printers. And this is kind of like their biggest and baddest iteration of them so far. Figured you lost it in the woods. I did, yeah, I did. There's a video on it if you go on the channel. Yes, there is some Qidi Plus 4 hype for sure. Tony, to answer your question about the plane, there's a video on the channel. It's not very long. I tried to keep it short, so definitely check that out. Activate live and public. What does that even mean? All right, let's see. Will it let me click here? No, the pop-up does not come up. That's a bummer. Well, it is what it is. Sorry, guys. Sorry to be digging around in here and trying to figure it out, but service enabled. Let's see. Refresh. Yeah, it's no matter what, it's not running. It is what it is. Let me try this one more thing. I'm going to sign in, and then I'm going to quit and continue on. Of course, I have no idea what that password would be. All right, bear with me, everybody. Bear with me, everybody. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Of course, that's not it. As per usual. Let's see. Let's do this one. And sign me in. Sign me in so we can keep this going. There we go. Doing that. Yep. Copy this. Leave, paste, bam. Let's go. Are we in? Did we get us? On your YouTube app on my iPhone. Wow, this is really going deep. Confirm whether this is me. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Right? So isn't that how it works? All right, I'm signed in now. Any luck? Close this window after signing in. Yep, no problem. I did that. Let's refresh. Come on, chat. Come on. Work for me. Service enabled. Refresh. Refresh. Oh, it didn't work. All right. Small text on a keyboard display. It is then. All right. Let me try to keep up again, and then we'll start taking things apart. I need to see how the extruder is mounted. I want to bring an orbiter baby into it. Wow. Okay. Yeah. We'll take that apart as well. Let's see. Morning, Feder. Morning, Mark. How you doing? Why can't I scroll in here? Just for fun. Let's see. Live chat. Here we go. Here we go. Might be easier once the leaves drop. Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe, because it could also be like up in the trees as well. So it might be a little bit easier. We'll see. Yeah, as long as the leaves don't cover it up, right? Hey, zombie. Hello, neighbor. Are you here? Come on by. That's right. Hey, Zoomy, how you doing? That's right. So 3D Printopia is going on, I guess, starting tomorrow for some folks that are helping set up and stuff this weekend. And it is in Bel Air, Maryland, which is my hometown. It is literally about 10-15 minutes from my house. Hopefully I'll have a chat with at least some folks that I'm familiar with, and hopefully not familiar. And by the way, if you guys do see me at the thing, I do have some stickers that I ordered. So I'll have some of these in my pocket. I don't have the plastic chips like everyone wanted, but I do have that. So I got some stickers if you want. If not, come say hi. You don't have to. It's cool. I'm pretty socially awkward. But I think it'll be a cool event as well. I might just take some video. I'm not sure. Maker chips. That's the word. I know if Kevin was in here and Liz, they would have corrected me instantaneously. Maker chips. Maker chips. You know, I'll forget all the words. Hey, Joseph, what's going on? All right. Anyway, yeah. So let's take a look at what they're selling us. So as far as the size goes, I was actually just looking at how big this thing is, and in Imperial Freedom units, it is about well, with a little bit of wiggle room, it's 19 1/4. My Trident that's back here is 18 1/2, maybe a little bit more, 18 3/4. So my Trident would fit in here, but not by much. But in height, the Trident is taller because I have a top hat on it. So it's not the biggest machine I have, but this thing is bigger than pretty much everything else I have. So the Trident is 300 by 300. The K1 Max is 300. The K1 Max, I think, would fit inside of this thing. So it's not little, but it's also not just 300. It's also 305, 305. I know it's really little on the side, but still, that's something, you know. They're sitting next to me. Did they give you the elbow? Tell them it's Maker chips. That's funny. Yeah, the bummer is we don't get to go to the Creality event with whatever happened with them. So that's a bummer. Make sure you film a few highlights of those of us that can't make it to the show, please. Oh, for this or what? The plane? A couple other things I forgot to mention in my video for this machine. There's this file that's available on the actual printer, and it's actually really good. Some spools are just large, and so they don't fall off. There's this piece that you can print. It's very quick too, and it definitely helps hold filament there. But more importantly, there's a lot less friction with it because it's a nice 3D printed part. Oh, camera, you should be following me. There you go. So I suggest you guys printing that too. Just order one tonight. Nice. Cool. Well, then you'll get to see what the insides look like. All right, let's get started. So someone mentioned the tool head. No one else mentioned anything else. So we'll start at the tool head. What I will do is I'll just power it down. And let's bring this table way down. Actually, I can't go way down. I can go up to my chair. There we go. Thanks, Flexi Spot. If you guys are interested in a desk that moves up and down very easily and is really great, actually. It's super sturdy. I suggest you guys check out Flexi Spot. I did a video on it, and it was surprisingly great. I didn't know what to expect doing content for a desk, but it was actually fantastic. Also, for those following along, my board game that got published, Grease Monkey Garage, that you see right over there, finally has an English version coming soon. So that should be cool. If I got the cards not too long ago. I know not everyone's into tabletop gaming, but it is what it do. All right, let's get this glass lid off that I really like. And I will move the camera around as we go. But this thing is really nice. The cover, fantastic, well designed, gets completely out of your way. Has some little magnets and some clips. Nice and easy to put on, nice and easy to take off. It's just well done. There's too many of these covers that are an absolute pain in the butt to use on these machines. So this is great. Let's see. I enjoy Settlers time to time. Nice. Yep. Old classic game. Fun to play in certain situations. Yeah, it gets not old. That's not it. But there's so many other similar games that are really great as well. But Settlers is obviously a classic. Rain good, flood bad. Oh right, yeah, that is going down over there, huh? Yeah, we just have kind of nonstop on-off, cloudy, just wet fall days that are just not pretty, not fun. All right, so let me try to get this even closer in there. Let's do this. Come on out of there. There we go. How's that looking? If we need more light, I can always add more light. I know that blue is like piercing us. Let me go ahead and alter this. There we go. Hopefully that helps a bit. Let's see. Still glare? Let's see. Can I close this even more? There we go. Glare stopped? Yes. All right. A little accent lighting causing some issues, huh? Hey, Hybrid, what's going on? Yeah, okay, so here is how this system works. Yeah, you guys can see it pretty good. Let me lower it just a bit. I guess I can get you down from the bottom into the door. That's all right. So, yeah, it's pretty similar to others I've seen. This sensor right over here, actually, the filament sensor that's on here, I noticed that in Clipper, when it engages, it says there's a width sensor. I wonder if they named it, or there's actually a sensor in here that gauges the width of the filament. That'll be pretty unique, I think, and pretty special, but I have a feeling that it's just a naming scheme. Otherwise, they would have used that in marketing like crazy. So I'm not too sure about that. Like I didn't see anything about that in marketing at all. But let's just scroll through real quick. Highlights, machine drive system upgrade. Okay, comprehensive system, open source, UI, smart control. Yeah, I remember I briefly looked through this, but I didn't see anything about the filament sensor being smarter than just, is there filament in there or not? And like I said, please correct me if I'm wrong. Right here, this. Does it say anything? No, so this just says, you know, it doesn't say anything. It just shows that, hey, there's there filament in there, and there's a little thing. Okay, and then there's tangle protection on the back. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the camera is nice. I did take a bunch of what's it called? Time lapses. I'll show you a few when we turn the machine back on. Nice. Okay. So nothing about that. Tech specs. Here we go. Let's check that. Aha. All right, let's see. Filament detection, tangle protection, and Hall runout sensor. Okay, so there you go. So it just named that. It has a filament slicer. Why? So Abbott. It's because they have a filament multi-filament material system coming. So if you look, even just on their homepage, right over here. So in the first quarter of 2025, they're saying they're going to have a multi-material system. Let's go back to that. Yeah, right over here. So that's why. So it has a cutter so you can cut the filament. It does all the purging. It has all the macros set up, and it's ready to go. So yeah, that's where the cutter is. It's right at the top. I don't remember if they give you more blades or not, but it does use regular blades like pretty much every single other cutter that currently exists on the market. There is a custom board back here where everything is plugged in. I haven't looked at the back, so we'll take a look. As far as I know, this sensor is the same as all the other previous machines, Qidi Tech machines, so that part is no different. The hot end is about the same, but there is a new throat, and I'm not sure exactly which nozzles are on it. I haven't taken them off. I'm guessing they're the same as the Q1. Newly upgraded multi-material composite nozzle with hardened tip. Super wear resistant. Can we purchase these things? Accessories for +4. Aha. Okay, so 2 pieces of this is $40. Okay, and here is a closer look for the hot end. There we go. Yep, that's what it looks like. Can confirm. Yeah, it has this interesting opening with the throat right over there. Obviously, this is very close to the bamboo hot end. But so are all their other models, so there's no surprise there. Looks like you can buy pretty much every piece of this, which is really cool. Yeah, here's some more blades, $5, very reasonable. Here's these boxes. I actually have a couple that I wanted to bring to the office, but they do fit onto the filament holder, which is really cool. They like click in. This thing right over here is the new cooling fan. If we go back to this view, it'll be a little harder to see, but on the bottom, what you see here, these two fins, the fan is actually laying down. Like if I put my finger up here, that is the fins. Oh no, is it facing up? Yeah, it's facing up. Okay, so there's a laying down fan, and this is the nozzle. The nozzles of it that point air directly to the tip of your nozzle. So it's actually a really cool duct design. The way that it's in there, it means that the air shoots completely straight at the nozzle. It doesn't go through any kind of ducting or bends. It's actually really well done. I think it's better than this tool head design is definitely better than their other machines for sure. Even better than the Q1, considering this has a cutter in it. I kind of wish that the fan that's blowing on the heatsink kind of had some kind of duct work at all, even if it was just just something. But it looks like it's kind of open until you put this on, which kind of helps force the air to go only through and just in this thing. Like there's no direct exhaust port as well. There are obviously some vents, but there's vents everywhere. So when the air goes in here, by design, it just kind of stays in there and exhausts wherever you can. I'm assuming some of it comes up because there's an opening, some of it goes to the sides, and very little of it, but almost none of it goes to the bottom. So very interesting design there. I've been printing really hot stuff, especially with that PPS stuff, and I haven't had any overheating issues or anything like that, which is really nice. So they're definitely onto something with that. Hey, just popping in to give a like. Nice, I appreciate that, Nigel, and good to see you in here. Mr. Hanky detector? No, unfortunately it does not. I mean, it has Clipper and it has a pretty decent camera, so I'm sure you can install a third-party one if you really wanted to. Another channel review was saying something about the print head having some play in it, something about bearings not being fitted correctly. I would say I would say this has almost zero play in it. The play is like you wouldn't do that ever to any machine. I definitely don't have any play whatsoever. This thing is so freaking stout. I mean, I have more play in my Trident than that. Yeah, I can move that whole head. Let's see what the bamboo is doing. Can I bamboozle the bamboo? Yeah, the bamboo is significantly more wobbly. Can I move it to the front? You guys can't see this. That's too far. Check this out. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's this hand, isn't it? Wait for it. Oh, yeah. Come on in. Come on in here. No, 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 no. Come on back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on back. It's confused with this guy. Hey, dude. Back up. Camera, do the thing I want you to do. Come on, robot. There we go. Come on. This might be hard to see. Yeah, you guys won't be able to see. Do you see how much play there is in this? Yeah, I would say this has double the amount of play that this machine has. But that's also, you know, that could be an early model QC issue as well, you know. I know every time I say anything about a bamboo machine, my video starts to get disliked. So, yeah, no play there. But yeah, I'd love to answer your questions if you guys have any. He was out of Europe, maybe something with QC. Yeah, very possible, very possible. Especially because we all got these things early, you know. They come steal you in the night, Patrick. That's right, man. FPV Geek, how you doing, man? Since running Clipper, does it have camp? It does. If not, can it be installed? The newest version of Clipper runs camp, and this runs on the latest version of Clipper. It does a really great job, actually. Dumb AI. Yeah, it's weird that you have to... This is actually an older camera. The newer one is better at this. But yeah, you have to like stand there and put up an L for whatever reason. Probably could have done a better way. You got the new Link too? What's that? Oh, is that what they're calling their AMS? No, no, I don't think anyone has that. Well, some people have. I don't have that, no. Dude, your review of this printer is 90% of the reason why I'm buying. I appreciate that. Hopefully I did it justice, because I do honestly really like the machine. Don't bring up camp, sore subject. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Anyway, that's the front of it. Let's see if we can get into the back. It kind of looks like there's some kind of like door or something I can pull and open. I definitely don't want to break it, but I definitely want to take a peek. Let me see if I can get it open, and then I'll move the camera around, show you guys what's on the back. It kind of looks like, to me, like this is just a clip. Oh, this slides up. Ow! Yeah, that hurts. Owie. Okay, so that just comes right up. There's a little door in the back. I should have put this thing on like a Lazy Susan or something. All right, bear with me. Bear with me. We're going to be rotating. Don't be hating while I'm rotating. That's horrible. I don't feel bad about it. Whatever. Let's use these handles, huh? God, this thing is just... Listen, I'm not claiming that I'm like the strongest person ever, but this thing is heavy, like super, super freaking heavy. That didn't help. I need to rotate it more. All right, let's take a look. See? In the back. Can y'all see that this thing, focus here, camera. There we go. There we go. All right, let's take a peek. Looks like there's an open port for another fan. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, fan 3 is available. Huh, that's fun. There's another plug that's available over here, but I don't see its label. I mean, this is definitely a proprietary board, unlike some of their other ones. Cool, and here you can see a better view of how the fan works, which is really cool. So this cover slides right in here. This is definitely a much better design than their previous. I have the previous right over there, and this is definitely superior. Wow, yeah, cool. They really thought about it. This is quite the improvement. There's a heat sink on the steppers. It's cool. This is good. Good design, nice and clean, very easy. There's no excessive glue or proprietary cabling or nothing. This is nice and clean. I see nothing wrong in here, nothing to complain about, and I do really like to see that there's a port in here. I don't know what I would ever do in here for this, but the fact that it's here, I like. For example, if you had some weird heating issue, which I actually don't think you would, because this fan would move air really close to this, like it's pulling air from here. I bet that helps at least to some degree to pull air away from here. I bet if you had some kind of heating issue or just a preference, you could probably 3D print a mount with a small fan onto one of these and just plug it in right there, and you could have yourself, it's clipper. You just find what those pins are, and I think you could pretty much add a fan or something that uses that port right there. So that's nice. Yeah, nice tool head. Large belts, much larger than pretty much everything else. What are these? 8 mils, 10 mils? Let's see. $10mm rods on all corners. This thing is built like a tank. This thing is built like a tank. There's a lot to like about this. I'm definitely thinking that Bamboo's next machine, and from what I understand, some people already have them. Whatever their new machines are. That's the rumors that are going around, at least. I hope that, they add a heater into their machine and do some crazy cool stuff so it'll make this other push again. Because this push in 3D printing has really been some next level fun stuff. Clippers for losers. All right, all right. I'll be selling my K1S for this machine. Okay. I still dig mine. I use it pretty often. I was just printing literally on pretty much every machine here a couple days ago. They're still super fun to use, very easy to use. They're still great machines. I know they've had their quirks for sure, but mine, at least here at the office, both my K1S and K1C, K1C, and my K1 Max have been working really, really well. What's the weight? I have no idea, but it's heavy. Something like 70 pounds. I wonder if it tells you here. I don't know why they would mention something like that on their website, but maybe there's like a shipping weight section. It would probably be in specs, but sometimes there might be some nonsense on the bottom. Let's go back up top. Where's the tech specs? Like I said, I don't know why they would mention. Oh, there we go. 32 kilogram gross. What is that in freedom pounds? 32 kilograms in LB. So yeah, 70.5 pounds. Man, yeah, she's heavy. That's a decent sack of concrete right there. So, let's see. I have a Q1. I'm about to buy the +4. Does it have lag when trying to control the XYZ from the printer screen? Something I could test, not something that I noticed. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure that I moved the XYZ for any reason on the screen. I definitely did calibration on the screen. I definitely load and unload filament a bunch on the screen. I've selected prints, and it does still have the same issue as the previous machine did, where if you have the long list of files, you click next, it has to load the thumbnails before you're able to interact with the screen. So that definitely has that, but I'm not sure on the lag with the controls, to be honest with you. Did you keep the X+3? I did not keep the X+3. I just don't have the space anymore. The Q1 took over that spot because the Q1 Pro is a little bit more automated, especially with Auto Z. and at my office where I keep the Qidi Tech machines, some folks that use it there don't have any, well, don't want to deal with 3D printers, if that makes sense. So the fact that the Q1 and this machine are quite literally drag and drop. There, you open the slicer, you drag in a file, you select what type of filament you put in there, you click start, and it just does everything. That's why they took over the X Plus machines. Plus, for most filaments, you don't have to heat these things up as much, as in like preheat them. Whereas the X Plus 3, you really had to preheat. If you preheat it for a solid 15 minutes, I used to like set a timer, flawless prints. In fact, if you guys remember, that my entire Voron Trident was printed on the X Plus 3. So, you know, I definitely can't talk bad about that machine, and hopefully that thing gets really, really cheap for the leftover units, so that people can get some really good deals. I've promised them the display turning off after 15 minutes. Does it have a setting? It does have a setting. I don't think it turns off. It just goes to sleep, and that's definitely in there. You can make it never if you don't like that. LB. Do you really have to manually level it? Nope, it's completely automated. Derek. I think what you mean is in the menus, you can do a calibration where it helps you get the bed even closer. What it means by that is there's wheels underneath. So if you were to do your bed mesh and your bed mesh is lower on the back, you literally have the power on this machine to tweak that. Whereas unlike on some of these other machines, like on these Creality machines, those beds are set. And also the Z is on a belt, so there's zero adjustment. So if you went to do a mesh and your bed is skewed, you're just dealing with that. Some people start shimming them. Some people like skip belts. They do all kinds of stuff to try to get those like 3D printed parts to try to get them level. Whereas on this machine, they saw that, hey, that could be an issue. The way to solve that is they put you know, adjustment knobs on the bottom. So there is on the display, there is a calibration that you can go through that helps you do all that manually to get it closer. But this thing is fully automated. It has pressure sensors in the bed. It does an entire procedure by probing the nozzle on the actual bed to get Z offset. So it does everything automatically. I think it just gives you the power, and the fact that it's clipper, you can use it that way. I think some people are now used to machines that completely take your power away, and this machine actually gives you power, which is really cool. I think that might be why my video has so many dislikes. And I've been in for a while, bought a Qidi X Plus 3 Q1 Pro because of your video. Hell yeah. Awesome. That's cool. Thank you, man. And I'm glad I was able to push you to these cool machines, because they are cool, and they don't seem to get the respect that some other machines get, you know. Still rocking my X Plus 3 and loving it. Yeah, I mean, it works well. It works really, really well. I know Brian B. Cuddy, he loves it. This one's going to him as well. So yeah, it's a fantastic machine, really capable. Anyway, that is the hot end. Anything else before I put this portion of the machine back to how it was? Any specific questions around that? Because I think the next thing is, let's flip it on its bottom. Actually, you know what? Since this is back here, I'll put the camera down, and let's see if we can see where the motherboard is, and then we'll flip it over and see what's underneath and what makes her tick a little bit, you know? I'm assuming we can get to the motherboard from there. So that'll be fun too. All right, I'm going to lift this thing back up so I don't have to bend over. Them luxuries, them luxuries. Hey, Kenneth, what's going on? For whatever reason, I can't scroll in here, and it's not the best chat experience. I'm really bummed that I can't you know, click on the link, what's called the chat anymore, and bring it onto my screen. Before my next live stream, I will definitely fix that. I didn't notice that the chat wasn't working. That still bums me out, apparently. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. I think Chrome had an update, and that app that used to be right here in the top corner is just not even there anymore. It doesn't exist. Who are these disliking your videos? Give me names. I don't know. YouTube doesn't give me that stuff. It just gives me a number. My cousin's Giovanni. I appreciate that, Zumi, but it's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm literally finding ways to improve, or maybe explain things better. You know, people are haters because they don't agree, and it's okay to disagree with somebody. But there's always, you know, you can always learn from the other side. Like I'm cool with that. I'm just of the camp that I like more choices, and some people seem to be pretty closed off. Other couple things. There are ways that you can loosen the A and B motor mounts. However, it has automatic tensioners, so I'm not sure what that's for. I'm guessing maybe these are just to manually set more pressure than the springs can provide. The belts they seem perfect to me as far as the tension goes, but there is a pretty large spring on both of them for a good old automatic tensioning. So I definitely didn't have any issues with that. Not sure if you missed my last comment because the scroll issue, so resending. Have you seen any looseness in the bearings on the tool head? Another channel had this issue. I did read that. I took a look at it. I have zero movement on mine. I'll show you guys again. I mean zero. Like I'm flexing this like the entire rod. Hold on, this is let me push this against the machine so I'm not like wiggling it as well. Yeah, there is very little to absolutely zero movement. Whereas I zoomed into my bamboo over here, the bamboo tool head has way more than that. I mean, way more. I wouldn't even compare it. I can physically move it and rattle it, and this machine prints really, really well. So I don't know what that issue is about. I personally do not have that issue. Mine seems to be pretty good. Remember in the video, guys, I didn't mention the poop chute situation. Like, the poop chute is fine, and there's these screws so that you can mount like a thing that comes off to the side. But the placement of it can be problematic. If this is up against the wall, occasionally, because of the way that it comes out of here, you know, some of it can go in here. Like, it's probably rare and not going to happen. But there is a poop chute above a fan, you know what I mean? And that's kind of one of the only negatives I found. There was a few little things here and there, but I did see another video that called out people disliking things on this machine. So I'm not sure about that too. But yeah, that was something. Like I think that some people are going to hear a loud crunching noise at some point, and it's going to be this. It's gonna be May. You know what I mean? Anyone else in the comment? Hodo, that's right. Anyone else in the comments going to 3D Printopia? It's going to be interesting to see some of the typically outdoor events be on the inside this year because of this beautiful weather that we have. The videos in Discord, I posted a link earlier. The reply got blocked. I'm not sure what you mean. While we're on the subject, actually we're not. I didn't have a a transition here, but don't forget, guys. In the description, there is a link to this Gleam.io link. Looks like there's only 15 entries. Okay, there's about 80 people in here. So at the end of these live streams, I give away a roll of PLA Plus by 3D Max. 3D Max sponsor this. It is shipped from them, not from me. I just give it away on the live streams. So that link is down in the description. It'll take you here. You guys fill it out. All it is this question. This one is, what is one thing you like about the Qidi Plus 4 the most? It's just a fun thing for me. It goes nowhere. It literally gets deleted after this. No other information is used. You literally have to send me an email if you win anyway. But at the end of the stream, if you are present and in the United States and answered the question, I will. You have a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. It is shipped directly from them. They're in the United States. They're in Florida, to be specific, and that is where the filament is made. So that is pretty cool. So go ahead and jump down there. Another way to support the channel if you guys are interested in something like that, 3dprint.sos.com. I run a small shop where I have a bunch of 3D print related products. This is a console. console that I designed that's based off the Game Boy Macro, which is kind of like it's just a modification of a DS Lite. So a bunch there. You can also find some really cool shirts, kind of like what I'm wearing here, or my buddy over here is wearing. I'll be wearing that at 3D Printopia probably, I don't know. But yeah, lots of fun stuff there. There's also hoodies if you're interested. It's getting a little bit colder. And then there's these awesome mats that you can work on. I usually use my mouse and keyboard on these things. Love them. Fantastic mugs. They're actually pretty cool. And I illustrated everything on here on the whole site. Just something for fun. Another way for you guys to get something back instead of just something digital. This gives you something physical. And I made sure that the prices are quite literally as cheap as they could possibly be. Just to keep it affordable and to keep you getting something faster. So yeah, that's 3dprintsos.com. So please check that out. Other than that, let's get back into it, right? Dang, I'm in the Philippines. Yeah, sorry, they only ship, at least at the moment, I thought they were working on something, but at least at the moment, they only ship in the United States. Took off the plastic panels and used foam back foil. Nice, okay. Yeah, this is insulated, which is nice. You may have to refresh the stream to see the link in the description. Maybe. I think what I changed was the description, but the link was in there. That's what I had to do to enter. Oh, weird. Okay, that's weird. I'm not sure. Quit reminding people you're ruining my chances. Nice. Actually, the link sends you to the Qidi page. No, not the first one, the second one. I believe if you go down... right here, in the description, right here, PLA giveaway, Gleam link, right here. Must be present, US only. This is the link. Right here. You'll see it right there. So the first one takes you to Qidi Tech. This one takes you to the giveaway, okay? And my store is just 3D Print SOS. Or shop.3dprintsos.com, whatever you'd like to type in instead. Also, just for reference, this might work even better than what I have on my screen down here, unless I can make this even bigger somehow. No, I'll leave this alone. Here, let's go here and here. And let me go back down to this display down here, and let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Yeah, there we go. Would you trust an IKEA lac table to hold it up? Ooh, that's a great question. I'm not sure that the IKEA lac table... I mean, one of them would. I think one of them would be fine. You know, I am using an IKEA table at my office. It sits on an IKEA table. If you want to see which one, if you look at the video, my latest video, it's on like extended legs on an IKEA table, the cheapest that they make. So actually an IKEA lac would be even better than what I have it on at the office. So yeah, never mind. I think it'll be fine. Not fair that you made us just pick one thing. I'll work on it. The link for the giveaway not posted. Qidi link is still posted. Why? Am I not allowed to put giveaway links down there? Here, I can refresh with you guys. Here, let's do a refresh. You know, this thing just looks huge because I wanted to see, you know, the chat. Here, like this is what it regularly looks like. I go here. Yeah, the +4 and then the Gleam link. Can you guys not see this? Because that's a bummer. Okay, got it. I was trying to use the link in the chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, Zumi. Yeah, you missed it. So I'm trying the thing that I was supposed to do. I'm supposed to put the giveaway links down in below. But remember, YouTube used to have a huge problem with bots. And anytime you put the word giveaway anywhere in your description or anything, it would get flooded with bots. So, but now you can do it again. So now the giveaway goes below. And the product that you're displaying or talking about to make it easier for people, that goes in the actual pinned comment. So I kind of swapped that out. So my apologies for that. I wasn't clear on that whole thing, but yeah. Skip, live, cool. Okay. Anyway, I think we were back to disassembling this thing, and I got distracted. Let me see. Let me zoom in some more. Nope, not on that page. Nope. We need this page. There we go. Zoom. Sweet. Let's see. Yes, I'm there. I can see it. Okay. Awesome. Okay, cool. Did you see my LED halo mod for the Q1? I did not. Where did you post that, Hypermotive? I didn't catch it. Was that in the Discord? Yeah, Zoomy, stay safe out there. That's crazy. Hopefully you're not like too secluded as well. Latest firmware has dry box settings. Yes, it does. I am on the latest firmware. Also, okay. Let's see what we got in here. What kind of fan? Brushless DC, 24 volts. Okay. Where is my light? I have a light somewhere over here. Let's see if we could shine a light in there. How about white? Ah, I missed it. Looks to me at first glance like it is the same motherboard as previously. Bear with me. I'm trying to get a good angle for you guys. What can I do about this? Here, let's take this out. All right, let's do this. Let's get that way out there so that it kind of holds the camera up with its weight. And that way you guys can see this thing as well. What can I put on here? Hold on. Bear with me, everybody. I'm trying to get you guys a good angle with my tripod here. Stay. There we go. Make this work. Okay. Let's put this guy in here. Nope, too bright. All right. It is a little bit of a wire mess in here, huh? But nothing too crazy. I like that the motor wires go into their own kind of sleeving. And I guess that's the bulk of it, yeah. So every wire has a pretty thick, almost like PTFE tube feeling piece on it. This wire is definitely sketchy. That should have gone on the top there. That's kind of sketch right there. This one is very tight. Where does that even go? It just goes up somewhere. Anything sketchy? These are all terminated. No, that's nice. I mean, you know, it's a web of stuff, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So it is fully populated. They're quite literally using USBs. So there's two USB products. I'm assuming one of them is the fan, maybe the heater. They have a Wi-Fi dongle, the same as they previously did. Their Ethernet cable is plugged in, is just an extension. The power cables are sleeved very nicely, nice and thick. Yeah, I mean, this is good. There's very little to complain about. You know, you can say it's messy, but you know, it's fine. They could have kind of done some zip tie work. And the only cable I see that's causing me any kind of grief is this one should have gone in from the top here. But I'm sure it's fine. This heatsink not being straight, I think actually they're all like that. I don't think that's actually like this particular, I think the motherboard has that. What text is on the motherboard? It says X7V1, but that's about it. There's no other text. There's no other text. Do you guys remember what the previous models were? What the previous boards were? Because I don't recall off the top of my head. Obviously, I can go back and take a look through my videos, but I don't remember off memory. Anyone else getting car sick? Yeah, sorry, I have to move the camera around. My bad. Needs a bigger fan there, 40 or 60. Maybe. Another MKS board. I think the stock is MKS. I mean, this to me looks like MKS. If it is MKS, it's not labeled. It must be made for them. I'm surprised that it doesn't say Qidi Tech on them if it is a custom board, but it's got to be some partnership. It's also very possible that it's, you know, some knockoff that's not MKS. Shame that MKS went only to OEM. Oh, okay, so there you go. So that's the reason. That's the reason it's not labeled. So it is still MKS because it looks like it. It has the same green, the connectors, all that stuff speaks MKS to me. I got the Pro under your recommendation. I was looking at this one because of the multi-filament box. The Pro is phenomenal. They completely go, you know, one does not replace the other. The only thing that this has on it, obviously the bigger heater is fantastic on the size, but the AMS of potential AMS availability, you know, we're kind of going off a promise at the moment. But yeah, that's fantastic. I don't know if they'll ever adapt it. You know, for example, Creality said that at some point all their Clipper-based machines were going to work with their filament, but you know, we have yet to see that, and I don't think they're coming to this next event. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing for the Q1, but I still love the Q1. That's at the office. It's being used every single day. How big is that side cooling fan for the MCU? I don't think there is a side cooling fan for the MCU. There's just this 60mm fan that's right here that gets fresh air directly from outside and blows right on there. I don't think there's any other fans. This fan that you see up top here, that's for the filtration system. Yeah, this is for the filtration system, so that's not that. Who makes the board? I'm not sure. I think MKS. USB for tool head and camera. Yep, that's what it looks like. Although I think there's a CAN bus down here. This one. I think this is for the tool head. I think that's camera and maybe the it wouldn't be the fan. LED strip. It's possible it's the LED strip. Although that would be easier done this way. I don't see any 3. No, this would be the LED right here, 3. Or this one. This one's also 3. Yeah, these wires right here could definitely be done a little bit better. They're a little messy. You know, it depends on your OCD. Like, if this was my machine and I was setting it up, I wouldn't even be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to close that panel without fixing that. That's a little bit of a mess, but it's not a big deal. Hey, Nuno. Don't forget the like button is free. Nice, Night Train. I appreciate that. It is free, folks. Please go ahead and hit that. I hear it does cool things. It looks exactly like the Q1. Yeah, MKS skipper. I think it is, AP. I think it literally is. I'm not sure why it's not labeled, but as JD said above, that MKS just went OEM, so they removed it. Oh, display. Yeah, it could be display, yeah. Is there a FCC ID number on the board? If there is, it's probably covered with a bunch of wires. Nothing that I can see. Outside of the X7V1, I don't see much of anything else, to be honest with you. No. Nope. Chad. Chad, where you been? Furto. That's good stuff. That's a year. That joke, Ferdo, is a year old. Hey, that guy makes just hopped off 3D and T's live. Oh, cool. Do they stream on not on YouTube? I'm guessing, right? They stream on Twitch. Yeah, Chad, cable management was not. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Walkman's got to be. Nope, on YouTube. Oh, really? I didn't get a notification or nothing. Ferdo, that's right. That's when Creality misspelled my name. All right, so that is the board. I think the only thing we really have left to look at. Hold on, guys. Here's the sickness. Here, I'll do you one. I'll do you one better. Let's go this view. I was gonna say motion sickness. The only other thing that I wanted to really take a look at is underneath of it as well, because I wanted to see the power supply or power supplies. I think this one just has one, and it is the only thing that makes noise on the machine when it's idle. So probably worthwhile taking a look. The night shift plugged in all the cables. Yeah, something like that. Did you read? Hey, Quinn, by the way, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. I may have spelled your name wrong in the last message. I did not see it. Also, my messages are broken, unfortunately. So I'm looking at them on a very, very small display. And when things move, I can't see them. So I don't think I saw your last one. I can try scrolling a little bit, but I don't see anything. Yeah, Joe, how you doing? Making me hungry for pasta. That's funny. No, I definitely missed some of these comments. Quinn. Hey, Feder, how you doing today? Oh, that was a comment. I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope you're doing good too. I haven't seen you here in a minute, like I said. So nice to see your name pop up. Showed us printing today. Got my PC back up and running, so maybe I've seen you soon. You know. Cool. Nice. Poor boy. Let me know how it is when you get it. If you're not on the Discord, hop in down there and join up. I'm in there all day. If somebody tags me in there, I usually try to answer as fast as I can. Hey, Scott. That horse milk comes back. Chad's back and the horse milk's back. Epic. Epic times. All right, let's hodo this thing back together real quick. And go upon our day. So guys, while I'm doing this, there is a link down in the description for a filament giveaway. And it's something that we do every live stream. 3D Max sponsors a giveaway. They send out a spool of PLA Plus if you're in the United States and you answer the question and you're here at the end of the stream. So if you guys are going to stick around, go ahead and grab that link down in the description and jump in. There's not very many people in it, so the chances to win are pretty darn good. And I'm cool with repeat winners, by the way. 33 entries, so plenty, pretty good chances to win. So go ahead and do that. Also, check out 3dprintsos.com, which is my store that has a bunch of cool 3D print merch and a bunch of cool swag. One thing that I did want to add is sticker packs, and I do have one more shirt that I almost finished and just never got to. That revolves around that says built not bought, and has a bunch of extrusions and bolts and such. So that's something that'll go on there somewhat soon. Hey, Papa's here. What's going on? The only link goes to Qidi Filter. I changed the place that it is. So the link that's in the chat, that is a link to the Qidi Tech machine for those that are interested. The link for the description is going to be down. The link in the description is going. Apparently, I did that. The link in the description goes to the giveaway. Okay, it is a Gleam.io link. So keep that in mind. All right, once again, this thing is so heavy. All right, it looks like this side would be the best side to put it on. So I'll go ahead and flip it. Camera, can you please follow me? Thank you. Wacky hand gesture UI. We printed like 1,600 toys last year. I want to beat it this year. I think more. I think we did like 20-something hundred, right? 1,600 was the first year, I think. You can win filament and some nice tots for the tots. Yeah, so Toys for Tots, we do that every year. I think we collectively printed over 2,000 toys, if I recall correctly, last year. 3D Max sponsors the giveaway for that as well, and they give away a ton of spools. Zumi, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they gave away 60 spools, right? Both years. So we're looking at doing that again and finding great ways for you to be able to join in. So it doesn't matter how many things you print, because obviously there's going to be folks that just have a lot more time and a lot more printers, all that stuff. So the way to mitigate that is every single toy that you are willing to donate and take a picture of that you're donating. There's lots of rules to that in the description. You will get one entry. So one toy is one entry. So if you got one entry, if you got one toy in there and you donated, you still have a chance to win a whole bunch of filament. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, the people that do print the most, or the person that at least prints the most, is going to get a ton of filament as well. But just a really fun giveaway, really cool thing for the community. Imagine being down as a kid and your day being brightened up by some really cool, flexi thing or a thing, you know what I mean? So it's definitely really awesome, and I highly encourage everybody to jump in and just even print a couple things if you're in the United States and you have that ability to be able to drop it off. Sometimes the Salvation Army will come pick it up, all kinds of stuff. All the information is in the Discord channels. Maker Viking, how you doing, man? What do you think about this printer so far? I did a full review. I absolutely love the machine. I just did a over 12-hour print with it before I brought it here in ABS, and it came out perfect. I did a little short for it, so I'll edit that up and throw it on. I don't know. I have very little negative to say. The most negative thing I got so far is the fact that the poop chute is above this fan. So, like, in some situations, the little poop chute can, like, get in there. I doubt it's even going to happen, but that's, I really got to dig for negatives on this thing. It's been phenomenal. The only thing it's really missing to really be competitive is the AMS. The other thing that it doesn't have is flow calibration. Both the bamboo machines that I have, for example, have that, and that makes them way smarter because you don't have to make those minute changes. It does it for you. So that's probably the next iteration of this. But so far, this thing is awesome. It's really, really good. And the price. I mean, the heater. A few less spools this year, but I'm working on things. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm at 3,900 hours on my bamboos now. Nice. I have a ton on mine as well. It is one of my most printed printers, my most used 3D printer probably, just because it's so easy. Sometimes my daughter on the Handy app just finds a cool thing and like we print it. So it is just, the user experience, the focus on user experience is actually amazing. Actually, guys, let me know down below if you guys want to see a comparison with what I think are my top 3 machines that I own. So far, I think this is machine number 67 as far as my list goes, and I don't think I have any more waiting. So out of the 67 machines, I'm thinking about doing the top 3 machines. I think currently at the moment, it is obviously the X1C bamboo machine. With AMS, I think it is this for the closest second that you could possibly have. And if I need to print ABS or ASA or any hotter filament, I'm using this. So it even has a tie. I think this one's tied. But also, my K1 Max. The K1 Max is the same price as this, has similar promises, has similar features, except it doesn't have the heater. And it is definitely another go-to machine. It is the second most used machine that I have here. I've printed some massive things with it. I've done just incredible stuff with that K1 Max, and it has given me very little issues, although I did replace the motherboard, but I'll talk about that. So my next video, I'm thinking of doing a comparison, at least briefly, of the 3 best machines that I currently own. If you guys think there's any value to that and want to encourage me in doing it, please let me know down in the comments so that I know that I should plan that to be the next video. I would love to hear some feedback on that. The AMS is coming to the start. Yes, Asudi. Yep, that's right. But right now it's just a promise. We don't have units to test. So it's the same promise as Creality has right now. So Creality with these machines is in the same spot as this machine is. They're both out and they have an AMS coming. Whereas this one is currently out and it has some drawbacks too. This is not an absolutely perfect machine. It just does some things really well. So I think there's a direct competition between the three, a lot of overlap in what people like and don't like, and I think each one of these has a very unique use case for them. So I have a lot to say about them. Like I don't write scripts. The most thing I do is just write a really short list of cons and pros on the channel. So everything I kind of do is just from experience, just talking about it. So I would do the same thing for this. Yeah, Zumi, that's really my only concern. But out of all the things that I've printed with it, well over a month, many hours in prints, not one has come even close. So I'm not sure if it's a real issue. It's just like a concern, if that makes sense. It's on my list of printers to get. I just need to win more things. Design contest, nice. Congrats on that. I want to see a review comparison between the +4 X1C and Voron V2. Interesting. Okay. I don't have a V2. I do have a Trident, though. I'm not sure if that's a comparable machine, to be honest. I only say that because you have to build it, whereas both of these machines you just take out of the box. I don't think the same person. Well, no, the same. Obviously, I'm the exception. I would buy this and use this to print Voron parts, but I think they're very different. The Trident machine or the Vorons they're projects. They're really fun things to work on. They're like making a robot work. They're like building a battle bot. You know what I mean? That'll melt plastic. This to me is an appliance and a tool, and I think all the three machines that I was talking about are really similar in that way. Can we get this video tomorrow? I wish. Now, tomorrow I work. Saturday is the Printopia event, and same with Sunday. So it would have to be filmed next week and edited before the end of that week or towards the end of that week, probably. Love to see the comparison. Okay, cool. Yes, do it. Awesome. Yes, definitely love to see that comparison. Awesome. Finishing up my rebuild on a Predator. Nothing like a huge Delta. I agree. Delta. Listen, I have a V400 for whatever reason. I don't use it as much as some other machines, but man, every time I do, I absolutely love it. It is such a joy to use. There's just something about it. The way that it moves, the way that it feels, the way that it looks, this giant monster monolith, something to it. It's very fun. It's very fun to use. The X1C is $400 more. The machine seems like a value winner. Yes, but you are paying, what you're paying for extra-wise on the Bamboo machine is the user experience. That company is way more focused on the experience that you have. Everything that they do, from the app to the slicer to just the machine itself, the way it looks, the way it feels, the way you interact with it, all the things that come up on the screen, the fact that it is a Chinese company, but they spend the extra effort to make sure that the English is good or whatever the translation is really good and professional. There's just this little polish that you cannot get from anything else so far, and that is why Bamboo is where it is, because that user experience, the end of the day, you unbox it, now you have this, that experience I don't think has been matched. I think this machine is a great value, a great option, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I think this one's different. I think this one's for a slightly different person than the Bamboo machine, and I do think they can even coexist, because of the heating, because of how big this thing is built in terms of the components inside. I just think they're different. This one to me feels a lot more like a consumerish machine. I'm going to print a ton of PLA and flexibles, and it's fantastic at that, and switch up colors. This one to me feels like, oh, you want to print like ABS, ASA, you need to print some crazy thing for something outside. That's this thing with the heater and just the more industrial feel to it. The fact that I can replace something really quickly, you know, from something more generic than this machine, and the fact that it's completely open source is also fantastic. So I think they're comparable, but I think they're different as well. So that's kind of why I think it's important to make this distinction. NL Cats, thank you for letting me know. Love to see the comparison. I'll manage to finish up a new model contest tomorrow. Let's hope it won't be too much. Nice maker. Good luck with that, man. Bamboo's for non-tinker, different core market. Yep, exactly. We all know that. We all know that. I like the fact that it opens up more materials for me. Right, the Poor Boy channel, that's the best part. The fact that PPS carbon fiber filament, I have it in my office. I don't have it here. That filament is amazing. It is some kind of next level thing that I've never experienced before. It is extreme. I don't want to say brittle. That's not the right word. It is extremely rigid, so it's very strong in that sense. But also light feeling because of the carbon fiber in it, because it's not full plastic. There's some additive of carbon fiber in it. But also the fact that it's flame retardant, and this thing can just print it. Like it printed it with zero problems. Oh, I do have that benchy. Look at this benchy, guys. Like this is the most impressive thing I think about the entire machine, to be honest with you. This benchy is PPS carbon fiber. Hold on, let me get my face out of here. Come on, focus. No, don't focus on him. Focus on my hands. There we go. Check out this freaking benchy. And this thing is almost indestructible. I mean, you can literally put flame on this thing. It is heat resistant up to 368 Celsius. Think about that. This printed at 340 on the hot end. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know the Bamboo can print this too. The Bamboo can print this. I've seen it. In fact, Bamboo has PPS CF, their own. But the fact that they don't have the heater means that because the chamber is much hotter and maintains that heat, the layers, the adhesion is going to be better in an oven than in something like this. It's just what it is. That kind of plastic works better in a heated chamber. So that's where I think it differentiates itself, and that's why I think this machine is important. Also, open source. That is downfall of P1S, not as open source as X1C, no clipper, less upgradable in my opinion. Than the other Night Train. The other thing is that was actually probably one of the most popular comments on my video is saying P1S. But the P1S does not have a hardened steel nozzle or gearing. So if you wanted to print this type of material on it, even if you could, you need to upgrade your gears and your hot end to be able to do this. So you have to, obviously, that might not be the most expensive thing, but you have to do that upgrade. So that's something to consider. Out of the box, you can't do it. You have to get either the X1C or do the upgrades to be able to even print this. So, you know, there's that. There's also a size thing. This thing is massive. 305, 280. So does it sound like metal? Yeah. Yeah, it does. You know, I have noise canceling on. How can I? Here we go. Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound like a normal plastic piece. What can I compare? Oh, I have a whole box of benchies. Here's a plastic benchy. I mean, this PLA benchy feels much heavier than this, which is kind of interesting. Here. Yeah, see that? This is plastic. And this has like a ting to it. Kind of interesting. It's definitely a really unique and really cool material. They also sent me this, and I haven't had a chance to use this yet. This is their Ultra ABS glass fiber 25. So this is also a unique filament. The fact that it's co-extruded 25% glass fiber, reinforced ABS, and also on top of that, I didn't notice this before because it's not, it's not open. But I think this has a color to it. Actually, you know what? Let me open this. I kind of wanted to wait until I have it in a chamber, but you know what? I'll open it and put it in a box and take it to the office with me so I can print it. Oh yeah, okay. It is purple. Take a look at this. Look at that color. Man. Yeah, that's some kind of gorgeous material right there. Ultra ABS glass fiber 25. Yeah, that is also very rigid. Yeah, super rigid. Interesting. All right, so what I want to do is let's actually, you know what we'll do? I'll put this all away. I'll keep this bag. Here, let's take this box, and I will put it in the Qidi Tech. Here. See ya. I will put it into. Wait, both of these have filament in them? Oh, come on. What do I have in here? Just black ABS. All right, black ABS. I need this box. So we will use this. Put that in there. Seal it up. And I will take it to my office to do some testing when I bring this machine back. Yeah, so one of the cool things about this is that we take this off. This should fit on here. Oh, it fits like this, I think. Yep, it does. Clicks in. And then you would lock this thing in place. Bam. So there is a dry box. So I just need to have a longer PTFE tube, which I have a ton of. So I'll grab a longer PTFE tube so there's no exposure to air with this thing, and it's on here. So that's really freaking cool. Yeah, and this adapter that comes with it just makes it really, really, really easy for these type of spools to spin on, which is nice. Yeah, let's put this ABS into my Trident for now. All right, let's get to the bottom of the machine and see what's under there. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, man, this thing is just so heavy. It is crazy. Don't sit on my hand. All right, so it is just one power supply. That's kind of surprising. There's very little under here in comparison to the X Plus 3, for example. Right? So yeah, it's held in from both sides. It is a molded piece. Separate motors for the Z. This is all metal right here. Let's take that off. I wonder what's under there. I wonder if this is just a secondary chassis brace type of thing. I wonder if those steppers get nuclear hot like the Q1. I don't know. I've never looked, but definitely something I can keep an eye on. And this fan right here in this hot end is the only fan that's on when the machine sits idle. Like I mentioned in my review, it's not something they can control with these power supplies. Although it would be really nice to be able to have a completely silent fan. But I mean, you're free to change the power supply if you really wanted to, or like we used to do on our bed slingers, just change out the fan in the power supply. But obviously not a hassle. I mean, obviously a hassle. But I don't think it's a part of the target market as far as the noise goes. All right, so yeah, this was just covering everything. So nice double there, a cover and also a way to brace the plastic together. Yeah, molded plastic on the bottom. There is a entire metal plate on the other side, on the inside of the machine. The whole thing is metal. Yeah, everything is super nice down here. Yeah, this is fantastic. I have zero complaints. Yeah, this looks good to me. Yeah, and you can get right into the compartment right there. So basically, the compartment with the motherboard in it is getting plenty of air. This is all vented. Yeah, okay. Not bad. So this power supply, let's see if there's a brand. There is not a brand, but it is a 450. Yeah, so it is a CZL 450D 24 volt. CZC is the brand. CZ Changlian. I probably butchered that so bad. Yeah, it's very small and thin actually. Kind of surprising. But it's a 450 watt power supply. Made the mistake of moving it after a print, lifted under the steppers. Ooh, that's how you found that, huh? Separated the heat producers. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of lessons on here. Five inches of rain. Ooh, Walkman. Yeah, definitely stay safe out there, guys. At least you guys have internet still, you know, at least the power's there. Storms are never fun. Super unpredictable things. You're just kind of holding on and praying. All right, everybody, while I'm putting this back together, for those that are either just joining or been hesitant, there is a link in the description for a filament giveaway. We do this every live stream. 3D Max has offered to send a spool of PLA Plus to the winners. It is USA made, ships to the United States only. Oh, I stripped that. Thanks, Hodo. All you have to do to enter is click the link, answer the question. You have to answer the question. You have to be in the United States, and you have to be present. And the thing says, what, 84 minutes? We're not going to go that long. Yeah, 84 minutes left. I think I'll boot it up. We can take a look at the videos so you can see the quality of the of what the video produces. I got to hook it up to my Wi-Fi here, and we'll go from there. And we'll probably cut it there. But I definitely wanted to see what this thing is all about underneath. I am not disappointed one bit. Not disappointed one bit. Do you guys know if other reviewers opened up the machine for their reviews? I'm definitely curious about that. Would you rather have 2 Q1 Pros or 1 Plus 4? That's a really good question. I have a question for you. Do you think you'll be needing to print volume? Do you think you'll be needing to print quantity? Because if you're going to want to print on 2 machines constantly, or more than one machine, then the Q1 Pro is phenomenal. I have 0 issues with the Q1 Pro. They're very minor. The issues are very minor. Because like the button placement is wacky. Like there's some stuff that's wacky. But this machine, in my opinion, is superior. The size, the build, how large the components are, the software is on the newer versions. It's just better. This is a better machine, but it also costs twice as much. So that's why you're asking if I wanted to have 2 or 1. I think I would go with 1 because I could print stuff on this that I can't on the Q1 size-wise. Whereas if I needed to print quantity, I would just print more on this. So for me personally, I would rather have 1 of these than 2 Q1s. But I can see that in some situations where you need to print a lot of things or things fast, where 2 machines would be better than 1. In those cases, I would pick 2 Q1s. How's the filtration, Tony? It is charcoal. I will show you. Actually, I have to flip it back up to show you. I'll show you that in a second. Two always beats 1. Yeah, in some situations they do. But yeah, like I said, I think me personally, I would just rather have 1. Haven't seen any reviews that open the printer. Yeah, me neither. All I've seen so far is a bunch of folks that got the machine with no money, and then some folks that reviewed the machine with a paid, they were paid for their review, and it was a sponsored video. Spec says 450 plus 400 PSU for the heater. Yeah, so on the inside of the machine at the top, there is a separate, what do they call it? A relay for the heater. I did notice it in the box in there. But it's like off to the side, like inside. It said caution hot or something. I also wouldn't be surprised if the unit was standalone in the heater. Maybe something we can look at. All right, let me get this thing up. That's gonna be a whole. It's gonna be a whole situation. Jesus. Wow. Yeah, easily one of the heaviest machines. Like it's also big, so it's kind of just cumbersome to move around. There we go. Back to a familiar view. You know what? Should we boot it up with some lights? No. Let's, oh, carbon filter. Let me show you the filtration. So it is just this lovely satchel. I can't tell. They feel round in there, almost like it's desiccant. But I think this is carbon. Yeah, this doesn't open or anything. Yeah, I think it would be cool to 3D print this with a refillable area so you can fill your own pellets in there. Or make a HEPA filter for this as well. I mean, you could even do a small HEPA filter and then leave a space so you can fill this with pellets so you can get both. And also there's space, I think, to go higher. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. Actually, no, there is no space to go higher. But yeah, definitely fantastic. The design inside of this thing is really thought out. They really, it's very clear to me that they looked at their previous machines. I mean, I literally have all of them. They like looked at them. They're like, what are the problems? Okay, let's solve them. And they like solved those problems, which is cool. I ordered 2 plus 4s. Nice, Boomer. That's cool. I think you're gonna love them. I think it's going to depend on what type of materials you want to print. Exactly, it is. And I think that's kind of why I want to make this video, because if you guys have noticed in the comments on the review, it's mostly bamboo is brought up, like mostly. Creality as well, but mostly bamboo. So I just want to point out their weaknesses, their strengths, why you would want to buy one over the other, why it's good to have choices, why it's good to have open source, you know. P1S or this bad boy. I would get this bad boy if you need a bigger machine than the P1S, and if you wanted to print anything with any kind of fiber, whether it's carbon or glass, considering the P1S needs modifications to the gears and the hot end to be able to do so. Also, the P1S doesn't have a heater, so if you're going to be wanting to print a lot of ASA and ABS, yes, the P1S and the X1C can do it great, but this can do it better because the heater helps the layers bond better. So this is inherently a better printer for hotter filaments. Just the wait for the AMS. Yes, the AMS is going to be great because, once again, the AMS on the X1C gives you color of all those filaments. This one enables you to print the hotter filaments with more variation, which is a different thing, I think, in my opinion. This definitely has some strengths. The strengths of the P1S is actually, well, yeah, I'm sure it does it because my A1 Mini does it. But it does the whole filament calibration before prints. That is superior. This does not do that. That automation is really great to have. I just ordered one of these things using your affiliate link. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. That helps tremendously. So I really appreciate you thinking of me and using that link. Thank you. SSR, solid state relay. Yes. Let's see, charcoal. Yes. Shouldn't leave charcoal dust on your hand. It didn't, but it's also in that bag, so I'm not sure. Hey, Wilmar, how you doing? It is actually getting towards the end. Actually, Will, I'm not gonna stick around much longer. We took a look at all the things that I wanted to see, really, and yeah, I think we're gonna cut it soon here. Actually, you know what? While I'm kind of chatting with you guys and reading reading everything, let me update the time here. Let's see, it's 9:44. I'm just gonna call it at 10. So let me change that time. Let's see. Bam, there we go. Let's add that in there. Let's see. How do we edit the time? Edit. Let's do 10 p.m. Update. There we go. 15 minutes left. All right. So for those that are just coming in here or wondering what the heck is going on, there is a link to this Gleam.io down in the description. Okay, if you guys are interested in the machine, that link is pinned to the chat. But in the description, there is a link to this giveaway. There's 50 people entered, and you can win. You have a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. You have to be in the United States, and you have to be present to win. You also have to answer this question, which a lot of folks don't for whatever reason. I'm not even sure how, because Gleam.io requires you to fill it in. I'm not sure how people get around it, but sometimes I pick a winner and it's empty. Like they put it in like a exclamation mark or something. But yeah, while we're waiting for the last 15 or so minutes, if you guys have any more questions about this machine or other machines or some opinions, I'd love to answer them. Isn't this like the third upgrade from Qidi this year? One incrementally better? Yes. Yes, indeed. They still did not update their Smart lineup or the Max lineup. So at the moment, the Max is still the largest heated chamber open source clipper machine out there. And the only thing that it doesn't have over this is the cutter. It has some strengths over this, and it has some weaknesses over this. But this has the larger heater as well, which is very nice. Fetter, is the price tag, your honest opinion, good? Yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely worth it. I think they priced this perfectly. It's the same price as the K1 Max, and this has insulation, a giant heating element, and large belts, large rods, filtration. No, the K1 has the similar filtration. Independent Z-axis, 6mm thick bed. Yeah, I think it's priced. I think it's priced fair. Every question I see is about Bamboo X1C versus the Plus. Yep, me too. That's why I thought it'd be important to check it out. Why hasn't anybody that did a paid review or a sponsor review, why didn't they open it? Was there something specific about that? You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to take a look. Other than the fact that it's a little bit of pasta in there, it looks great. It looks really good. Oh man, I'm missing a whole bunch of this stuff. Well, let me try to go up here. Your review seems honest. Now you're opening up. Great stuff. Brian, I try to be as honest as possible. I have no leg in the game. I have a ton of machines. I don't need to rely on a company or anything like that. And that's one of the reasons why I specifically do not take any money. Because as soon as money is exchanged and it becomes a sponsor, then they are allowed to tell you what to say and what not to say. It is a part of the agreement. Obviously, some folks won't even do it without, with their control of that nature. And I fully respect that. I think that's fantastic. Plus, you still get to earn money. But in my opinion, I personally don't do that because this to me is a hobby. I totally get it. If this was your main job and you have to rely on an income, you would take the damn sponsorship. You know what I mean? So believe me, I understand. I'm not trying to talk down on anybody. I'm just saying my position on it is this is my hobby. I think it's amazing to be able to compare different machines. And I think this channel's niche is the fact that I have had so many machines, 67 machines so far. There's lots of 3D print reviewers out there that have been doing it for a while and also not a while. So, everyone has their own little avenue. And mine is trying to be able to compare a whole bunch of machines. So if I wasn't honest, then I'd literally be doing a disservice to the thing that I like to do, And I've asked that too, throwing the P1S in there as well. Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. The P1S is an amazing deal in 3D printing made by an extremely reputable company. It's fantastic. And the A1 Mini is probably the best bargain machine there is, and it's amazing. It's an amazing machine. John Mayfield, really consider pulling the trigger on this printer. Think about it. Ask a bunch of questions, John. Do as much research as you can. Watch a bunch of videos on them too, because you might not agree with some point a reviewer is making, and that's okay. Like, it's nice to see everyone's opinion on them, but you'll see some overlap in things, whether it's an overlap in concern or an overlap in the things that people like about the machine. So yeah, do some research, and so far I personally am really enjoying it. Like I said, I've only had about a month with it, which isn't that long, but it's also longer than I've had a bunch of other machines, which is kind of interesting. So it's good. So far, I can easily recommend this. As a noob to printing, which gift should we choose with the promo on the Plus 4? That's a good question. I actually didn't know about this until I looked at the thing. That's a good question. The tungsten carbide nozzle is great because you can buy it, put it in there, and then it will last forever or a very long time. However, an entire bimetal hot end I think is a better deal because you can just replace the entire hot end. A clog at some point will happen. You're dealing with filaments that are hot. You're dealing with filaments that have carbon or glass in them. They leave things behind. You will have at some point some kind of clogging situation, especially if you're going from hot filament to cold filament. So in my opinion, I think the bimetal hot end is a better deal because you can have that prepped and have that backup, and something that just a nozzle isn't going to be able to do. Now, if you're pretty confident, and you want to just have a one and done, obviously a tungsten carbide nozzle is going to be great as well. It'll last really, really long time, and you can also use the stock nozzle as the backup. So also a benefit, but in my personal opinion, I would do the bimetal hot end. Good question. I've been thinking of taking the bed shroud off my Q1 Pro so I can easily put a variety of plates on. Anyone think it'll cause a bed installation problem or anything else? Tony, I don't think it would cause a single issue if you take that shroud off. I think this is mostly done to just hide the way that they look, because this is clean. They get to put a little bit more marketing on here if they wanted to, especially because people take like pictures and stuff of their build plates. I don't think you're going to cause many or any issue at all if you take off that shroud. Unless the shroud is a part of the way that the bed is held itself. Obviously, then you're going to change some spacing, but if it's just a shroud, you're fine. Big Head Astronaut. I pulled the trigger on this printer as my first printer. Nice. Fingers crossed that I made the right choice. You know, don't go into it excited. Don't go into it already regretting it. Like, you're not going to go wrong with any of these top machines. The cool thing about this is it's fairly automated. So if you were buying a machine like 3-4 years ago, you would have had to learn so much about how it works. These things are take out of the box, put it on your Wi-Fi, open the slicer, drag a file in, pick which filament that you physically put in here with the help of the screen, hit print. It is literally almost as easy as a 2D paper printer, where you put in a special paper and then you told your slicer, which is the thing where you choose your paper and if you want to color black and white. It is literally that same skill level at this point, but gives you a lot more power. So I think you're going to love this machine, even if it's your first one. And this is a hell of a machine to get as your first machine. This is like, oh, I want to design something myself. I bought a CNC machine. Like, this is a heck of a machine to buy as your first machine. I have a question about that filament flow calibration that Bamboo does. What if you're using multiple colors with the same MS? Does it test all the colors or just the first one? As far as I understand it, only test the first one. And that's definitely something that would be really interesting if it could do each one in there. But even that calibration on the first one, I think is fantastic. And I think more manufacturers need to jump on some similar system. I know Creality kind of tried to do a LiDAR, but they don't do it in the same way, and they don't do this level of testing that the Bamboo does before each print. And I think it definitely helps. There's also the filament. Now, here's the other thing, Zumi, because I know you have the A1 Mini. I actually have no clue how the A1 Mini does calibration. Are there sensors in it? Does it use the camera? Does it use some kind of pressure? I have no idea. So the fact that it doesn't have the LiDAR and it does something, like it does a flow calibration of some sort, is kind of interesting. But I know on the X1C, it literally draws lines. Some of them are in varying thicknesses. And then when it scans it with the LiDAR, it knows which of those settings to apply, which means that you're just going to have a better printing experience because of that. And that's very nice. That's a major feature of the Bamboo. PS, didn't know you had an affiliate link. Whoops, I clicked it and now all that disappeared. Oh, there was lots of questions. I don't know where that question was. Move too far. Oh, here we go. Didn't know you had an affiliate link. We'll order through that as well. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's pinned in the chat, and then after this live stream is done, it's in the description as the first link. If you could use that, that would really help the channel. All it does is take you to this website, but it gives me a kickback and also lets me know that people are actually clicking the link, which is very nice. By the way, heads up, there's only 4 minutes left in the giveaway. If you guys just joining in, it's at the bottom in the description. But we're just kind of going through and chatting, hanging out. When are you giving one of these away? Hyper, I would love to give one away. I haven't done a giveaway in a while. Maybe maybe at 30,000. Maybe when the channel hits 30,000 subs, I could probably do another email to all the folks I talked to potentially do a giveaway. That would be nice. That giveaway was really fun to do earlier. So I'd love to do that again. He doesn't even own this one. No, Zumi, it is mine. I just bring it to my office so that I have a printer there so I can still print whatever I want and, share it with the guys that work there. So it is mine, but I like to keep it over there. The other reason, and technically the main reason, is so they had me sign an NDA so that I don't release any information before their release date, which was the 20th. Which is how a lot of companies do it. I usually don't sign them or don't agree to them. I do trust Qidi Tech based on my previous experiences. Like I said in my review video, I trust that because of how they handled their original X Plus 3. I recommended that machine to a lot of people based on my video, and they had problems, and they solved it. And the people in my Discord channel were saying how glad they are that they went with the company anyway because of the way that they handled the refunds or the replacement, or they sent them parts to fix it. And that kind of struck something with me, and I just inherently trust the company slightly more because they had the people's back that I recommended the machine to. And I appreciate that, and not a lot of companies I can say that about. So, when they were like, "Hey, can you sign this?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." And so I can't bring the machine here and put it somewhere because I still make content and live streams and videos, and then I wouldn't be able to test the machine or have to have it hidden somewhere and potentially leak something by accident. So this way, it was at the office. I was able to use it literally every single day. I had other people use the machine every day and give me opinions on it as well. So that's a huge plus that I have, that I'm able to bring it to my own office and have it there. Does it run mainline Clipper? Yes, it runs the latest version of Clipper. By the way, JD, it will run their own. It will have to run their version. It will always run their version. I think any machine that runs Clipper, unless it's something that you built yourself, is going to have to run their own version. Because if you were to update something that didn't jive with their hardware, you're going to have a bricked machine. So I think they have to. I don't know this for sure, actually. I should probably find out. But so this isn't the definitive answer. But in my opinion, these companies have to give you their own version. Although in their marketing, they're saying that they're using the latest version of it, which is great because they were on an older one. They just have to. It's a quality control type of situation where they know for a fact that their hardware, their machine is going to work with this version of Clipper, and they don't have to wake up one day to an update that they didn't do, that some third party did, and all of their machines are now down and everyone's complaining everywhere and they have to like fix it. So I would assume that they're doing their own version, which I think is fine. I think they need to for quality control. Why does it look like it would be good in the Cybertruck? I mean, it definitely has that styling, doesn't it? That guy makes. In my video review, I literally put a photo of the Cybertruck on top of it, and they look the same. I kept looking at an A1 just to have multicolor. I currently have the Max, but I just don't want a bed slinger. I had the S1 Pro first. I hated it. Just going to wait for the CFS. Laura, I have the A1 Mini. It's back here. It's right here. And I can tell you that it is probably one of the best bed slingers that are around, if not the best bed slinger around. Obviously, the A1 is a larger version of it. I think they're almost the same, in my opinion. They're really great. They're really good machines. As long as you don't need to print ABS or ASA or anything like nylon or anything like that, that's where the enclosed machines come in. But I totally understand why you're apprehensive about it. But they're surprisingly fantastic. They really are. And then right below it, that guy makes says my A1 Mini is kind of cooked. Hey, B Cuddy, what's up, man? And I'm driving, he says. Hey, Lauren. Paroled in time with Feder. Let's see. Well, how much time do we have? Are we almost out? Oh, it ended. Oh, my bad, guys. I got to chatting with everybody, and it ended. 58 people. That's great. All right, let's see. Let me get to the end of the comments here, and we'll pick a winner. Test 99. Gotcha. Yeah, it's pushing filament through 0.4. Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't even have. I wouldn't even change it. I wouldn't even change it. I've done 3 12-hour plus prints, one in PLA, one in PETG, and one in ABS, and it was fantastic. Hey Nitro, what's happening, man? How's the printer look good and bad at the same time? I love the way it looks. Looks like a picture frame, yeah. It's kind of funny. Yeah, same. Yeah, revisit it because you're all the things you're doing in multicolor will be smaller. Yeah, same here. And a lot of it's like simple stuff. Like my daughter will see something and want something, and I'll be printing a bunch of little flexy things for her or whatever. It's usually that type of stuff. Although for my macro builds, some of these were printed on the Mini. This one was on the Carbon, I believe. I think the red one, yeah, I think the red and the green ones were on the Mini. Yeah, like, it is a very capable machine. Look how fantastic that looks. So, yeah, absolutely nothing to shake a stick at. In terms of a multicolor bed slinger, it's probably the best. All right, let's do this. Let's do the giveaway. Everybody ready? Let's go. Let's do winners. We're going to draw a winner. We're going to do one, draw. Let's see, are you in the United States? Yes, you're close. Okay. Announce winners in widget. Announce. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see who it is. Look at that. Laura, what a coincidence. Congratulations, Laura. I saw you're in here a minute ago. Congratulations on the win. Let me know if you're in here still. And if you can confirm you're in here, you won, and I'll tell you the instructions on what to do. Laura left, do it again. I mean, it was kind of just funny because I literally just got done answering a question by her. That's quite the coincidence. Laura, I see you in there. You just said good luck, everyone. I think you're on a slight delay. Time to sign off. All right, Mr. Walkman, I'll see you. Thank you for being here. See how that guy makes? That guy makes. You're gonna be at Printopia, right? I'll be walking around somewhere. Tap my shoulder if you see me. I'll hook you up with some stickers. Wow, thanks. I haven't used that filament yet. Well, there you go. So, Laura, I'm going to tell you what to do, and when I'm done, I need you to confirm in the chat that you understand what you need to do, okay? So here it is. You ready? All right, so you need to go to the 3D Max website, okay? You can use my link, whatever. Just make it over to their website. Find a PLA Plus that you like, and that is most importantly, that's in stock right now, okay? Not any of the fancy ones, just a regular PLA Plus. And then find one that's, like I said, in stock. And then email me at fedor@3dprintsos.com. My first name, Fedor, is Fedor. Okay, so Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. If you don't want to mess up the spelling or something along those lines, go to my YouTube channel, go to the About. There's a link to my YouTube, my email address there. But I need you to email me your full name, your shipping address, and that choice of filament that's currently in stock. All right, so when you send me that email, I'm just going to forward it to 3D Max, and then usually they bundle a bunch of these together. It takes up to about 3 weeks for it to ship, okay? But it's coming from them from Florida. directly. So I have no control over that, but they do bundle them together. They don't just wait. They don't just get it right away and ship one. They wait until they have like 3, 4, 5 of them, and then they ship it. So it can take a little bit of time. So just so you know, but I will always send it to them, obviously, as soon as I get your email. So let me know in the chat that you understand the email instructions, and then we're good to go there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't even play any music today. I have no music playing. No one even mentioned it. I guess you guys didn't really miss it, huh? I totally forgot to hit play. That's hilarious. I identify as Laura. That's funny. Dude, I saw Winamp in the background. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I always have Winamp playing, but for whatever reason, I totally forgot. Here, let's get at least the song in there. There we go. I usually have something playing, but we did a good old boring teardown today, you know. Gotcha. Pick the filament. Email you. Name, shipping, filament choice. Thank you again. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing support. Thank you for entering in the contest. You know, everybody, thank you very much for being here. Obviously, I appreciate it. And please, if you guys do want to show any kind of love and support, that's outside of just watching, I obviously appreciate that. But if you guys want to grab yourself a really fun shirt, these are all my own designs. They're as cheap as I could possibly make them. They're literally $16 t-shirts. There's also hoodies. There's also these awesome work mats. There's things like mugs. Just a bunch of fun stuff on here. And if you're really into old school gaming, I made my own design for a Game Boy Macro, which I make on demand in any colors you guys might like, or also ones that I already have pre-made here. One we made on the stream, this carbon one, we made together based on your choices on the stream. So a lot of fun stuff. Comes with a charger, a game, all that stuff. So yeah, if you want to support, that's probably the best way. We also have a Patreon, which is fantastic, as well as YouTube memberships, because both of those, you guys get to see all the videos early. I try to give you about 2 days worth. Minimum 1 day, usually one and a half, but I try to do 2 days if I can, unless there's some weird deadline or just some day where I have to release it earlier than that. So you guys get to see it early, you get to comment early, you get your own channels in the Discord, you get your own icons and different color names so that people know that you've supported. All sorts of different ways to support the channel if you guys are up for it. But watching the videos is good enough for me. And obviously using the affiliate links if you guys do enjoy or want to buy something that I'm talking about. That helps the most, obviously. Your voices are music. Patrick. You have horrible taste in music, bro. That's funny. Waiting for Tumblr merch. Oh. That's different. Not that Tumblr. You mean like a Tumblr. I do got to do that. I keep forgetting. Does anyone know how to spell his name? How hard is it to spell Feather? I mean, people put T's in there. I've been called Feeder, Feather. Even my relatives called me Feather for a while. So, Frodo, that's right. Yeah. Hybrid, great stream. Thank you. I'll have to be sure to catch you more often. I appreciate that. I used to try to stream every single Wednesday. Life is a little bit more complicated right now, plus work has been super busy. So at a minimum, I tried to do every other Wednesday. I couldn't yesterday. I was just too busy, so I pushed it for today. But usually look out for at least every other Wednesday. But if there's a Wednesday where I'm not packed, I'm doing a live stream for something. We're either working on a project, we're opening a printer, we're printing something, we're building a Voron, all kinds of stuff. It is what it is. I'm also going to be starting a project at some point. I kind of wanted to get another flying object since the plane debacle. So we'll probably be doing either a wing build or another plane, something along those lines here shortly. I'm still doing a little bit of research and working on a potential sponsor for it too. So, and we'll see. I'll talk to a bunch of people at the event as well this weekend and try to get at least something going. Hopefully I can catch Prusa and get them on board. I would love to test some Prusa machines, considering after all these years I haven't been able to get a Prusa in, and that would be a pretty cool 68th machine, I think. So, all right, everybody. It's my last name if you swap the E for the O. Oh yeah? Seriously? Wait, your last name is Fetter? Hypermotive. For real? I used to have a teacher back in the day, Miss Fetter. Foder. Oh, swap the E for an O. I thought the opposite, like the O at the end for an E. Fodor. That's how do you what's it rhyme with? Fod. If I'm having trouble with this, it's embarrassing. As in, like, for me, that I can't even say it. Soda. Fodder. Okay, fodder. Fodder. Like cannon fodder. Fodder. No. I'm kidding, dude. Motor. Fodder. Okay, fodder. That's easy. Yeah, so if you were to say fodder to somebody, they would put a T in there. Because when I say fetter, they put a T in there, or sometimes two T's. B5 fo. That's funny. Hyper, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. Tutor. Hello, I wasn't here for the beginning of the stream, so I don't know if you showed this, but could you show how the LEDs are positioned? Need better lights from X Plus 3. I can before I sign off here. It is a strip literally right here. I'm touching them right now. It is just on the front, and it goes across from one side to the other. It is just double side taped. There's literally nothing special about them. They're right here. Like, they start right there and they end right here, and they just point to the back. They're really, really good here, actually. They're super bright, and they're just pointed in the right direction. All right, everybody. You double one of these. Have a good night. Thank you all. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys at 3D Printopia. Like I said, if you guys see me, say something. I'll have some stickers. I know these aren't very fun. They're just my logo, but hey, put them on someone else's stuff. That way I can be blamed for it. Double marketing. Yeah. All right, everybody. Get a chip. I know. I should have, but I just haven't had time. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Thank you all for being here. If you guys want more on this machine, there's going to be a link down in the description. There's one pinned right here as well. Please use the affiliate if you guys are into buying the machine. Yeah, and as always, thank you guys. I'll see you all in the comments. Later. Peace.